feel like I say this all the time in like a lot of my videos, and if you guys are not listening to this, what are you doing? Hello, my beauties. Before, I felt like I always needed a cover up. I felt totally naked and exposed if I have like nothing on my face, but at least now I'm confident enough to actually walk out and not feel intimidated or feel self-conscious. So not only is my concern with large pores and the ice pick scarring, I'm also noticing like the loss of elasticity and density in my skin as you age, because that's normal because your skin's losing collagen. So today I'm going to basically address some tips and tricks on how to improve your skin texture. But also, if you haven't already subscribed, don't be shy, join the family, go click that subscribe button down below. Okay, number one is exfoliation. It doesn't matter if you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, everyone needs to exfoliate. So when it comes to improving skin texture, just a normal regular scrub isn't going to be enough. There are actually two different types of exfoliations that you could use. There is the chemical and there's also the physical. Now, chemical ones are ones that contains AHAs or BHAs, glycolic, anything with abrasive or active ingredients that's going to eat away at all the dead skin cells, and just like you apply it onto your skin and you just leave it there. So that's the one type of scrub that you should be using at least 2 to 3 times a week, if not every night. I used to use it every night when I'm actually having breakouts because I feel like I need to remove that excess sebum. Now there's also the physical type of scrubs, which scrubs that have granules that you can feel the grittiness of it. So ones that contains like sea salt or sugar scrubs, or any types of micro beads that will actually help you physically remove the dead skin cells. So you're scrubbing your face and you feel it. They're also more natural, so because it's not a chemical, it's a little bit more gentle, but sometimes it can also be a little bit more harsh because you don't know how the granules are sized. So sometimes they could be quite sharp, sometimes they can be quite mild. I personally use both types of scrubs. So I use a physical one normally like 2 or 3 times a week, and then I'll also use the chemical ones also 2 or 3 times a week, because I want to make sure that I want to smooth out my skin but also remove the dead skin cells. Pretty much every day of your life, your skin is falling off your face and some of them gets attached, and you need to kind of physically remove it, because if you don't, it just stays there and it clogs the pores and whatever skin's underneath is not coming out. So therefore you need to like actually physically remove that, otherwise that's how you get congested skin and that's how you get acne. Number 2, treatments. Now treatment is the one that you'll see the most results, and there are actually different types of treatments you can get. There are ones that are a bit more passive where you can use like products to treat your skin, whether it's using a stronger version of the AHA or the BHAs. A lot of times you might get like a glycolic serum or even like a retinol, things that will actually also remove layers of the skin and pushing or accelerating the 28 days skin renewal system, because trying to push it and make your skin renew faster. So I normally like to just use a retinol every once a week, if not twice a week. But when you wear retinols, you have to wear a sunscreen during the day, otherwise you're just damaging your skin altogether. Then there is the aggressive type, where I guess more active type, where you actually go to a salon and get lasers or get a skin needling, where it actually basically removes layers of your skin that you normally couldn't do with products. And of course, if your skin needs it and you need to have something a bit more excessive, then you should go for it. But I always suggest to try the safest and most natural option first. And if that doesn't work, then we can always go to the professional and more intense versions. When I get a chance, I like to go to the salon and get a microdermabrasion, and that just removes excess layer of the skin. And I notice in the areas where you have ice pick scarring, when you go get a treatment, you can visibly see how it flattens out the scarring and how your skin just looks brighter. If you have sensitive skin, those things are going to make you feel raw and tender, and maybe it's not for you, so you need to find the most safest and most, I guess, natural option that you can find. But those are definitely treatments that where you will see the most results. Number 3 is moisturize. This is so important, especially when it comes to skin texture. If you have oily skin, if you have acne, you're already using a ton of products that's drying out your skin, so you need to put moisture back into your skin. Our body is made up of 70% of water, so if you're stripping all of the nutrients and the water away, then you need to put it all back, otherwise your body doesn't function properly. It doesn't like detox as well, it doesn't provide oxygen to your body as well. Lucky for you, I have done 2 videos about what types of serums and moisturizer you should be using for your skin types. If you haven't already watched that, pause this video, go find out what you need to look for in a moisturizer and a serum, and then come back. It's okay, I'll wait for you. You can hit the pause button right now. I'll wait. Okay, so now that you're back, you know exactly what you need to be looking for. You know exactly what you should be buying. First thing first, hyaluronic acid is definitely number one because that's the actual acid that's in our skin naturally. So you're just putting back into our skin. Look for that in a serum, look for that in a moisturizer. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And of course, this goes without saying, you have to drink water as well because not only are you putting it topically, you also need to rehydrate yourself from within. I feel like I say this all the time in like a lot of my videos, and if you guys are not listening to this, what are you doing? You have to drink water. Once your skin's removed of all of those, stripped back from all those treatments and scrub, it's like crying for nutrients. So that's where you can start using products that help to plump the skin, fill in the holes, or flatten out the scarring, or bring back collagen or density into the skin. So you can moisturize, you can hydrate, you can lift, you can firm. That's where I put most of my treatment products. So I'll be like, okay, my skin needs collagen, my skin needs vitamin C, my skin needs vitamin A. Just pop it all on and your skin will drink it up. And if you don't exfoliate, if you don't treat, your skin is not going to absorb the moisturizer either. So it's kind of like a full circle. It's the circle of life. You need to do every single step. Without step one, step three doesn't work. Without step three, step one is a waste of time. Without step two, you won't get the results of step four. So everything needs to all work together, 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 together. Last but not least is step 4, which is conceal. Now this is the last step because I feel like this is just a temporary fix. Makeup, okay, is a very temporary but effective fix, but it's not going to give you the permanent results. So skincare is where you're going to fix the actual problem. Makeup is going to help and assist and boost that result. If you want to improve the texture of your skin with makeup, the very first thing is finding a really good primer. A primer is something that you put on your skin first, after moisturizer and before foundation. That is going to fill in all of the little ice pick scarring or the holes on your face, and it's going to smooth everything out. It's going to create a little, I guess, a barrier, but also like a light film on your face that is going to like smooth out any texture, wrinkles, holes, bumps, whatever it is that you have. Your skin is going to immediately appear a lot more finer. So the primer should be silicone based because silicone helps to smooth out the skin. It also helps to allow the foundation to stay on longer. It's going to fill in all the pores. And then once you put the foundation on, you should always use a sponge because the sponge is going to lightly pat the foundation and spread it without actually brushing it. Especially if you have dry skin and you're brushing foundation on your face, you'll be brushing the dead skin cells or the flaky skin all over your face, and that's not gonna look pretty. So you need to use a sponge and just like dampen it and just pat it on your skin to make sure all the skin cells or all the skin is going to sit flat on your face and not sticking out. With the foundation, I suggest only using one thin layer because usually people think that the more you put on, the more it's going to conceal, but actually it's going to make your skin texture look more heavy and cakey. So just go with a very light foundation. I know you're still going to see spots, but that's what concealer is for. So you go back in with a concealer and then you just spot conceal any areas that you feel like you need to. Now once you've done that, the last step is using a HD micronized powder. Now this one is going to not only set everything, so all that hard work that you just put into like smoothing out your complexion, it's also going to give you that really beautiful HD look, which is like flawless. It's gonna make you look smooth. It's gonna make you look like a baby's butt, you know, and then with that one, you also need to apply it with the powder puff. So not a brush, because brush sometimes you can actually flick away or lift up, you know, any hairs on the skin. If you have like baby hairs on your skin, especially like a peach fuzz, then the brush is gonna get caught on. So you just make sure you pat it on with the powder puff and you're just gonna get that really flawless look. I know that a lot of you guys will be suffering from like not only acne breakouts, but there are special types of flesh-colored pimples that actually not pimples. They're actually a fungal affection, which is really, sounds really disgusting, but a lot of people get it and they don't understand why. Because it's not acne, it's not pimple, it's like, why is this happening to me? And it's actually a fungal infection which is caused by your diet. So your skin and your body and your hormones kind of play a huge part in like, you know, your life, right? So sometimes you might have perfect skin because you're going through great time of your life, your hormones are in check, you're having great diet, you're sleeping well, and then sometimes it just goes everywhere and you're just breaking out for no reason. First thing to do is check what you're eating. A lot of time it's affected by yeast. Now with the flesh colored bumps, the actual way to heal is using an anti-dandruff shampoo called Nizoral on your skin as a mask or a spot treatment. I know it sounds really weird, but that's the only thing that works. Or you can use aloe vera, like fresh aloe vera, and all over your face every day for about a week. Maybe you'll see a drastic change in your skin. But that's the way to basically calm down the acne before you can go on to improving the texture. Basically 4 easy steps: exfoliate, treat, moisturize, and conceal. Those are 4 simple tips on how to achieve the best texture for your skin. And I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave your comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!